Hello there, and welcome to another tutorial by iiBiTe, and it's gonna be an Adobe After Effects tutorial. I'm not sure if you would put this under the basic category, 'cause it's pretty hard. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna make something like this. I don't know, my computer's a little laggy. I'm recording, sorry. Yeah, it's pretty simple. Once you get the hang of it, it's really easy. So what you're gonna want to do, you're gonna open Adobe After Effects, go into Composition, New Composition, name whatever you want, and make it 1280 by 720, and make it about 10 seconds. Press OK. Then go up here to Layer, New Solid, make it whatever color you want. I'm just gonna make it black. It doesn't really matter what color it is. And then go over here to Effects and Presets, type in Fill. No, not Fill. That's for later. Ramp. Type in Ramp. And drag that onto the new solid. And go over here to where it says Start Color. Click that. And make it whatever you want. Oh, wait, no. No, not the start color. The end color. And make it whatever you want. I'm going to make it a nice dark blue. Leave the start color as black because it's just what looks best. And then move these little pointer things. They tell where the ramp starts and stops. And move them to about right in the corners. It's what looks best in my opinion. Then you're gonna want to make a new engine. I'm just gonna rename this BG so we don't get mixed up. Then you're gonna want to make a new solid layer, and you're gonna want to change the color. Well, I'm not sure if you're supposed to change the color. No, just make it whatever color you want and close it. Then go up here to Effect, Simulation, CC Particle World. Oh wait, sorry, I did that wrong. So you're gonna want to make a new layer, a new solid layer, whatever color you want. I'm gonna make it a dark blue, but not dark enough to blend in with the background. Then you're gonna want to go up here to Effect, Simulation, CC Particle World, and then change the grid to off so that you can't see it when it's finally rendered out. Then I'm gonna rename this particles, and go into the producer, move like a second ahead, change the X position up, the Y position up, and the Z position up. I like to do the X position as 0.5, the Y position as 0.5, and then the Z position as 0.3. It's just what I think looks best. Then you can close the producer tab, open the physics, and change the gravity to 0. Then you can close the physics tab. Go into particle, change the particle type to lens convex. Put the burst size down, and put the depth size down a little bit. Then change the max opacity to 100%. So that when you play it through, you see you have these particles. So yeah. Then you're gonna wanna, you can close the particle tab on this. Click down here where it says particles, press Control C and Control V. And then go in this, what this will do is duplicate that layer so that you have different particles. So you're gonna want to go back into producer, move these down maybe like 0.1, 0.2 or more depending on what you think looks best. And it doesn't even matter if you move them up or down. You just need to move them around a bit so that they're not the same. Then go into no, not in physics. Go into particle. Change the burst size down and the depth size down. So you can see you have little bubbles that float around. Then you're going to want to change the max opacity to about 15%. So that if you zoom in here, you see I have these little bubbles that are really not opaque and almost transparent. It makes it look really good. Then you're going to want to copy the main particles layer again and then paste it. And I'm going to rename this weights particles. Then go into the white particles thing. Go over here to effects and presets. Type in fill. And then drag fill down here over to white particles. So that you see, oh, that's my bad. Then you're going to want to go over here to color and change it to white. Say if you play through, you see you have white particles. But then you're going to want to go back up to here to producer. Move these around so that they're not the same. Then you can go into particle, change the burst size down a bit. And then the dust size down a bit so that they're not in the same place. And you can even change the max opacity down a bit. Doesn't matter. So that you see, and I'm sorry if I'm talking real fast. It's a problem I have when I'm doing tutorials. But just yeah, you can pause and copy over the preset, copy over the settings and stuff. And yeah, it's not a big deal. And then go up here to layer, new text, and type in whatever you want. I'm just gonna type in editing circuit. Move that to about the middle and move it up a little. Then make a new text layer. And then type in whatever you want. I'm just gonna type in presents. And use like, what I recommend for this is you use a simple font that's kind of bold. So I'm using Corbel. I don't think I downloaded it. And I just went over here and selected bold because it's what looks best. Then you're gonna want to go into then you're gonna want to press one of the text layers and press Control and click the other text layer and press P. And then you're gonna want to keyframe. No, you're gonna want to move forward to about 1 second and press the keyframe button on both of them. And if you don't know what that is, it's this little stopwatch thing. Then you move back, and on one of the text layers you move it to the left. Then on the other one you move it to the right. So that when you play it through, you see both of the text layers come in through either sides. Then you're going to want to keyframe this to at 3 seconds. So what you're going to want to do is change this a little bit and then change it back. Same thing with the other one. And then move forward to about 4 seconds. And then move these out the opposite way of which they came in. So you see if you play from the beginning, you get these nice particles and the nice ramp, and then the words come in and go out. But the cool thing about that intro was the camera movements. So what you're gonna want to do is press if when you go over here, if you look down here and you see this, then you're gonna want to press F4 so that it changes over to this. And then you're going to want to make the editing circuit layer a 3D object by pressing this button. And the same with the presents layer, or the two layers you have. And then you're going to want to and then you're going to want to go up to layer, new camera, 50 millimeters horizontal, name it whatever you want. And then if you go up here and press the camera button, the unified camera tool, and you click the camera layer and press P. If you move it like, yeah, you move it like around there, and you can keyframe it. Actually, no, I'm gonna delete this keyframe. I'm gonna keyframe it about 1 second, so that it's right there when it begins, so that it's like, sorry, I'm getting my words twisted. So that it's right there at 1 second, and then I'm gonna move this about right there. So if you play from the beginning, you can see there's some camera movements. Then you're gonna want to come over to about 3 seconds and move this to like over there so that you see the other side of it. So that if you play from the beginning, you see it has some camera movements in the beginning, and then it moves over to the other side when the words are there, and then the words move out. And then to get the words falling in from the top, you go up to about like 4 seconds, and you keyframe it. And then move forward to about 5 seconds. And then you make a new text layer. Layer new text. Then you can make this a 3D object. Doesn't really matter, it just makes it good. Then you click this and you click P to bring it to position. You keyframe it right there. And then at 4 seconds you want to move it up, or whatever way you want it to come in by. I just like it moving it up. So that if you play from the beginning, you see the words, the camera movement, and then that. And that's just what I think looks best. Then to render it out, you select whichever place you want it to re-rendered by up here. Just dragging this. Then you go up here to composition. Make movie. No, add to render queue. Yeah, leave the losses alone, but go over here to where it says output to, double click this comp1.avi and change it to wherever you want. I'm just gonna move it here. Then you go over here and click render. And it'll render out, and you'll be able to see it at the end. It'll make like a noise when it's fully rendered out. My computer just froze up a bit. I'll see you in the next tutorial. Bye.